Hi guys, this is Cuds and Drips. I'm uploading my first video on YouTube today, and what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be replacing the spine of a Blu-ray Steelbook, and I'm going to be inserting the inside artwork for both the case and the actual spine itself. The Blu-ray that we're going to be using is X-Men First Class. As you can see, it's a British release. It's got the logos and everything. As you can see inside, no inside artwork whatsoever. A bit lazy if you ask me for such a prestigious release. So what I'll do first of all, I know a lot of you know how to actually remove the cases, but if anybody is still unsure or a bit hesitant, we take a nice little handy knife like this, insert it into the edge between the case, the plastic inner case and the outside case, and we just lever it very gently so that it comes away. As you can see, it's firmly nice, come away from there. So, and then what happens is you just very gently pull them apart and ease it out. So you've got one case, and then turn it around and also do the other side. Now I always find pulling the inside plastic case downwards while holding it firm makes a little gap up the top here. So pull that down so it's created a little gap. Insert the knife, as you can see, between, and then edge it out. And then hopefully that will come right away. There we go. So now we have the two cases, and we also have just the plastic case with the spine on it. Okay, so that's the first stage. Okay, now that we've actually got our plastic case removed from the spine, I know a lot of you are a bit hesitant as to actually taking the spine plate off because it's really stuck down really well, and I know I've tried in the past, and first couple of attempts you had a damaged spine, especially if you try pulling it off, it all buckles and bends. Now there are several different types of techniques that you can use to actually remove the spine. You can use the boiling water, put it in the boiling water, leave it for about 10 minutes. I find the best solution is to use the trusty old hairdryer, and I use that on the hottest setting it's got. So basically what I do, and also one of the other things that you need ready with you, I find, is a nice sharp scalpel blade. Now these blades are removable, so I just use this blade specifically to remove the actual plate. So let's heat the old hairdryer up, and what you need to do is just move the hairdryer backwards and forwards several times, about 2 or 3 centimeters away from the spine, just to heat it up and to actually get the glue nice and soft inside. Okay, now that's done. Now what you need to do is get your knife and very carefully insert it underneath. See, as you can see there, the knife is underneath the between the plastic and the plate. Now what you need to do is slide it across very slowly, just sliding it like a seesaw motion. Now don't pull the blade out, and don't edge it outwards, because you'll bend it in the middle. So just keep sliding it across. As you can see, it's coming away, it's taking some of the glue with it as well. Almost there. Okay, and there we go. So you've got the plastic case with the glue left on it, plus you also have a nice flat straight spine, still with some glue on it. And then the next thing to do is to remove some of the glue from here. So I find the best thing to do first of all is to use the old finger technique just to roll the glue across. Now you're not going to remove all of it. And I would also advise not to use the same finger for too long unless you want to get a nice little blister. So it's just taking most of it off. Now I only attempt this, I only do this on the actual case. I don't use that technique on the actual spine itself. So that's that part, and then what I'm going to show you next is how to remove the glue both off the spine itself and off the actual spine plate. Right, okay, now that we've got the spine removed, we need to get rid of some of that horrible icky glue on both the case plus the spine plate as well. Best way to do that, if you can see that sticky stuff remover, really good stuff it is. Very cheap as well. I think it was about £5, which is probably something like $8. Now all you need to do is just basically loosen up the glue. Squirt some on a cloth and just wipe it across the actual spine plate. Now don't worry about if the actual plate lands on it, it won't actually remove any image from it. Pretty tough. And leave that for a little while. It has to be left for about 5 minutes. And also need to do the same on the actual spine itself, just right across the edge there. And that just needs to be left for about 5 minutes so that it can react with the glue. Hi guys, well I'm back again. Just finished taking all the glue off, and as you can see it's now, if you can get a good angle on that, really shiny. So all the glue's been completely removed. Just got the spine, and also as you can see it's a nice clear spine. So that's that. And a couple of hints when you're actually using if you do use stuff like sticky stuff remover, you're just going to take a couple of attempts to actually get it off. So it's a case of putting some on a cloth, rubbing the spine very carefully, and also the actual spine plate itself. Don't rub it too hard, because if it's laying down and you rub it, you might push the whole thing up. So you might get a great big dent in the middle of it. Anyway, so that's that. So all we need to do now is do the artwork. The artwork I've already printed, which we're going to use that beautiful piece there. It's all been measured out. Now some people use different programs, whatever it be, Photoshop, or I just use it on a program called Page Plus, which is a desktop publisher. I've laid out the whole diameters and everything, plus also the spine part, and then it's just a matter of cutting it down to size. So I'll cut that down now. Okay, so all the artwork has been trimmed down, so I've inserted the left and right parts of the image, as you can see, and we're just missing the spine bit there. There's the spine, so that's all been cut out and ready to go in. Now obviously you all have your own techniques as to how you do your artwork and everything like that, but you get into the best way that you do it. Anyway, so there's our almost finished steelbook, missing the spine. Now what I need to do is attach the spine face down so that the picture actually shows through inside. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to be using some double-sided sticky tape, clear double-sided sticky tape. This is from Amazon. It's 5mm deep, which is just about right. You don't want 10mm, it'd be too big. So what I'll be doing is laying a piece of this across the actual Steelbook, across there. Okay, and okay, so we've actually attached a piece of the double-sided sticky tape to the spine. Don't know if you can see that, if I can get a good angle for you. Sorry for the bad light, the clouds have all of a sudden come over. So I know it's orange, but that's just the outer coating. It's actually very clear. And then what we need to do is just remove the top coating and peel that away. There's the actual top coating, orange, and now we're nice and clear. Now, some people actually use glue. I started off using glue, but I found it got a bit icky, and sometimes it goes over the case. So now we need to lay the artwork across the top of the spine, and obviously make sure you actually do get it up the right way when you're putting it on, because once it's on you're not going to get it off. Okay, so that's now firmly attached, nice and flat, and of course you've got no glue, so really flat. Test it by opening it, and there we go. As you can see, there's your inner artwork. And now last part is to actually attach the spine back on, and what you need to do again is use the same sticky tape and a piece across the top there, and then firmly attach it. So I'll just stick a piece on the top. Okay guys, just a correction, as I said just now, to lay a piece of sticky tape across the top of that. I actually put it on the steel plating, on the Steelbook plating itself. It makes it easier, so you don't have to attach it straight away to the paper. So, and then what you need to do is remove the backing tape again. There we go. And make sure your plate's up the right way. And very carefully, it's just a matter of sticking that on the top. So very slowly, attach it piece by piece all the way down, and then give it a nice firm press. Okay, so there we are with the plate back on, and nice and flat it is. So open we go. And then placing the old discs in. And there we go, with the inside artwork. So I hope this guide helps, guys. I know it's going to take a couple of attempts to actually get it right. It did the first time. If you're unsure to start with, then just get a couple of old Steelbooks or buy a couple of cheap ones so that you can mess about with until you get a good rhythm going. So anyway, this completes my tutorial of replacing the inside artwork, and keep tuned for other videos. When I get new Steelbooks, I'll post new videos on there so you can see them, before buying them, because there's nothing worse than buying a Steelbook that's got no inside artwork and then is covered in German writing or French writing. So anyway, enjoy guys.